Hello and welcome to the demo of, welcome to Dolltown. So yeah, two welcomes in like one sentence is rather awkward, but yeah. So this is a horror game in which you have to explore a cursed village where, as you can probably expect from, well, the title, lifelike dolls. And so yeah, you basically just have to solve puzzles and survive these horrible dolls. But the one thing that actually drew me to this game was actually the fact that you can actually just put your guard up and then just beat the crap out of the dolls. I saw that, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw that, I was like, oh, finally. Oh my god. I so wanted to just throw hands with a horror movie thing. Like, you should be able to do that in more horror games. And so, yeah, I guess my first reaction was, why can't you just like punt Chucky away, like just football kick him away, right? Like, this is essentially that. And so that was a very, very funny, funny sort of introduction to this game. But just a couple things before we get started. One pet peeve, one very big pet peeve. So when I actually brush my mouse over all of the options, that's fine. This is not fine. This is not fine. So that's a thing. And also, second thing, gameplay, of course, controls, audio. I can't change. I can't adjust the visuals. It is just there's no option for that. So that's a very bizarre thing. But yeah. So those are the two things. But yeah. So the demo actually consists of the first episode of the game, and so I gotta stop saying "and so" because it's just really annoying. But yeah, that does not help. But yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with the demo of Welcome to Dolltown. I gotta find new words, or else you're just gonna be stuck hearing my things. You're not alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, struggling, or thinking about suicide, please know that help is available and that you are not alone. You are valued and there are people who care deeply about you. If you need someone to talk to, consider reaching out to a trusted friend, family member, or one of many free confidential support services available in your area. That's true. There are actually many support services around. Yeah, it's just that people don't really advertise them enough, or it's because they're not necessarily for profit, and so it's pretty much a lot more difficult for those organizations to really push ads out. But they do exist, and so if you're ever struggling with anything, please do contact them. Obviously, if you do want rants, feel free to rant in my comments, or if you're comfortable with it, of course. Feel free to rant in my comments, or if I'm streaming, feel free to type one out. I'm always receptive to them. I'm just not, qualified necessarily to give advice and all that stuff, but ranting will alleviate some weight. So, yeah. So international suicide prevention resources. These are all of the resources. Of course, there's global, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, United States. So also, I still see some YouTubers actually pushing BetterHelp as a resource. Do not use BetterHelp as a resource. It has been pretty much proven that they actually sell your information, which is disgusting, because if you're someone who's struggling with mental health and you go to sign up for their services, the fact that they're selling the information of someone who is mentally, emotionally sort of vulnerable is just vile, right? So do not trust BetterHelp. And yeah, so take care of yourself. You matter. And again, feel free to rant and all that stuff. All right. Let's see what we're up against here for our dolls. But of course, since they have that message, I think we have a pretty good idea as to what we're actually dealing with in this game. I just arrived, Mom. I go straight to the store. Send me a text when you see this. Love you. Go to the convenience store. Will you even want to leave? Okay. Oh, I can't throw hand. Oh, wait. Hell yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Girl got good guard. Good guard. Defending against her chin. Okay. Shoulders not necessarily up, but you're defending your temple, which is good. Good stuff. Hi there. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Did you get lost? The store? Oh, you're the new girl? Follow me. I'll show you everything. Also, this is quiet. Let me be your guide. I'm Frenjin. Just Frenjin. Welcome to Dolltown. The truth is, this town used to be a lot shinier. Okay. The city worked for the Father Hanabari. People called him the doll maker. His factory made larger-than-life dolls. Really, look. It's like they're looking at us sometimes. Sometimes? Well, I'll admit that things are a bit messy around here for now. Now. Not many people live here anymore, especially those dolls. Oh, I'm auto-walking. You're the one they call to rescue, I suppose. Wait, what? Wait, am I an exorcist? What's going on? We've arrived. Where? Oh, Neko stop. Cat stop. Go into the store and do what you have to do. I'll wait for you outside. She's gonna disappear. Also, I do want to point out another thing. There's a heavy discrepancy between the menu volume and the in-game volume, because the in-game volume right now is so quiet. So I'm gonna go and adjust the volume after this. Hello, Yumi. Sorry I couldn't be there for you for your first day in Dolltown. I left you the keys to the store under the vending machine. Once you get inside, turn on the register and I'll tell you what to do. Oh, and don't borrow the dolls. LOL. Lol. Under the vending machine. Oh. Thank you. Oh, what kind of sound effect was that? Nice, you made it inside. I can see you through the security. That's not creepy at all. Turn on the register and the switch is behind the counter. Wait, so am I just a part-timer? The devil is a part-timer. Okay then, I can't really do anything about you. Or can I? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna go around you. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Oh, here's the switch. The back door opened up as well. Well, that's fine. I'm used to dolls doing weird doll stuff. Okay, so what I'll do actually settings-wise, because look at the discrepancy in terms of audio was insane. So I'm gonna turn down the music volume, or the sound effect volume, my bad. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to increase the... That's still loud as balls. Mais pourquoi? Oh my god, okay. But why though? Why is that so loud? Okay. That's weird. Okay, give me a second. Okay, please be good now. Find an exit. Oh, because the doll's blocking. Why would you do that? Rude. The back rooms. There better not be dolls everywhere. Oh. I'm starting to think the protagonist might be scarier than the dolls. It's a pretty box, but it's locked. Oh, jeez. Why is that so loud? What the hell? Oh my god, dude. I'm lost. God. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, you gotta admit, they just kill something. Die was the name of the chip. God, I can't make me scared of this. Oh my god, it's so goofy. God. Okay. I got reduce the volume again. God. Wow. Okay. The love phone apparently has polyphonic ringtones. That's crazy. Freezer, like the Dragon Ball villain. Okay. I can't turn my mouse anymore. Before I could, but now I can't anymore. Can I loot your corpse? Oh, I just realized. 3895? 3? Wait, hold up. Oh, there we go. Oh. 3. I don't know why WAS doesn't work. 3, 8, 9, 5. Okay, let's try that. Nope. Okay, 5, 5, 6, 8, 3. Why did I read that upside down? 5, 6, 8, 3. Why is there a beat drop? You found her. Don't be afraid. It's a doll. Why was that so much louder than everything else? Jesus, okay. I thought to decrease the sound effects volume, but it might not have worked. More real than life, huh? That's why this town used to be so well known. The main factory made dolls for the entire country and beyond. Life-size dolls, based on the design my father had developed. Yeah, I guess I owe you a little explanation. My father was a master doll maker. He was the one who kept this town alive thanks to his factory. But after my sister's death... Wait, I'm going to show you something. Follow me. Okay, then, exposition machine. Night was just beginning to fall over Doll Town. The streets were quiet. The fog was settling in. Where is she, Sumugi? Mio, you're annoying. I'll find you. Oh, we're playing as a different character now. I can't throw hands this time. Disappointing. What's the point? What's the point in playing as this girl if I can't even throw hands? Mio, where are you? Okay, the soundtrack here is actually pretty decent. Okay. God, I want to go back to Japan. I miss Japan. Someone bring me back to Japan. Oh man. Yeah, I mean Japan looks nice. Japan is nice. Except they try to speak Japanese every time I'm there. I'm like, my Nihongo is not Josu at all. Wait, what the heck? I'm getting blocked by a bike, so that's not good. Okay, so we've arrived at the end, so there has to be something else that we can interact with. I can't sprint, so we're basically just gonna have to walk back at the slowest speed possible. This seems like the place where I should go, but I can't actually go to it, so... Yeah, I don't... How was I supposed to know where to interact? Like... Or which direction I should be going in. I don't know if I was supposed to. But yeah, this reminds me of Kyoto. Was it Kyoto that I stayed? No. Yeah. Was it? Oh god, I gotta remember stuff. And it was just last year that I took the trip. But man, it was nice. No, Kyoto was... I'm trying to remember. So we went to Osaka first. Are you serious? You do know I can see you, right? Are you kidding? It took you ages to find. That's because I walked in the opposite direction. If you're so good, go hide. We'll see if you're easy to find. Yeah, you'll see. 1, 2. Well, you see, I am walking at the speed of a snail. It is quite literally impossible for me to hide. Where they hide had to be a hard place to find. 3. In a residence garden? Yeah, but no. 4. Okay. Oh no, we actually lived in a pretty modern place in Kyoto, but it's just the general area was actually quite it was basically this. It was sort of a mix of modern, but there's also this behind this vending machine would be not bad, but wait a moment. But there's also this mix of old in it as well, so it was nice. In a parking garage. This big iron door intrigued her. It's a parking garage. Or a car park, if you will. The back room was perfect. Oh, she went into the freezer and then she got frozen to death. I'm calling it. She gets locked in and she dies. The little girl coveted the idea of hiding in this large refrigerator. It was cold anyway, and she wouldn't be in it long. Her girlfriend would soon find her. But if someone locks it... It was dark, it was cold, between popsicles and frozen smoothies. Oh, you can hear it, she's coming. Her footsteps are getting closer. Not a sound, she said to herself. A strange metallic sound. It clicked like a small lock. Click. The footsteps became more distant. She passed me by and didn't find me. I'll stay a few seconds longer and come out a winner. Determined to win the game, she decided to get out of the freezer, but the door remained closed, blocked. Hey, you found me. Let me out. It's okay, and it's cold in here. No answer. It was cold. So cold. She hammered. She screamed. 28, 29, 30. Coming, I'm coming to find you. So that was not her girlfriend. Now, it is important to note, this game is translated via MCL, machine translation. So there is probably going to be a couple of sort of mistranslations here and there and stuff. You can probably see it through the general English quality that it's not quite speaking level English. There's sort of a few hiccups. So it could be possible that there may be of course sort of meanings, definitions lost in translation. So it says girlfriend here. I'm not sure if it meant like actual girlfriend, as in our English Western perception of what a girlfriend is, or it means like, you know, a girl space friend, because that one was stuck together. It really depends, but I just wanted to point that out just because that does change the definition and context. Sad story, huh? This town has a heavy past. Well, I'll tell you everything later. Take a little tour of our town. And when you're ready, meet me in front of the school. Bye. Girl, you have to run away. So shift? Oh, shift is emotes. Wait, hold up. I'm really curious to see. What's this? Is that the Macarena? God, what the hell? Macarena. What is this? Are you flexing? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you got those gains. You know what you're doing. What about this? L. Oh my god, dude. What about, it's just blowing a kiss. That's fine. That's normal. I thought there were more emotes. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. So tab of recenters, that's fine. Okay. I'm not gonna explore the school. I'm not gonna explore the town. There's nothing to explore, girl. There you are. It all started here. Do you see that girl on the rooftop? That's my sister, Mio. Well, it's not really her, it's her doll. My sister committed suicide a few years ago, and do you know who really killed her? It's this friggin' town. I like how it went from Neo. What the balls? She was subjected to daily bullying by a group of girls in her class. It became hell on earth after her death. The town was divided. My father employed everyone here. He was despised by some. Those who pushed me out, they were never punished, not officially. I mean, look, if your dad basically runs the town, at that point, oh man, you know. I don't think that's probably a good idea. The doll you see up there is not just a memory, it's a promise. I found Mio's diary, what she wrote, what she felt. I can show it to you, but you'll have to be ready to experience it. Join me inside my father's house. I'll tell you a bit more about all this. Remember, the code is... Really? Really? I don't know if I should be taking this game, like, seriously, or if I should be taking this, like, the least seriously possible. I don't know. So, in case you don't know why I reacted to this, if you flip that number upside down, it's the most childish thing ever. It's just boobs. It's literally just boobs. That's the old calculator trick of just typing down 80085 and it's just boobs. I don't know how to feel about this game. In the meantime, go for a walk, but from now on, Yumi, take care of yourself. Oh my gosh, she has a help. Oh my god, that's also... Wait, okay, there we go. Okay, meet Frangen at Hanabari's mansion. Oh, I know where that bloody thing is. Are you kidding me right now? Girl, can you tell me where it is? I thought you were supposed to help me. Also, you're tiny. My god. Can I do the Macarena? No, I can't do the Macarena while I'm walking. Man. I'm trying to sprint, but, like, I can't. I keep pressing shift, expecting Yumi to run, but, like, she doesn't. Alright, what you got? Ningyo-machi town. 6. Hanabari manor. 6 is... Oh, wow, that's far away. That's really far away. 6 is pretty much the furthest thing from there. The high school was... I went the opposite direction. Okay, so it's actually over there. So one criticism I have right now is quest markers, please. Please, s'il vous plaît. Because the high school's here. Well, that's slightly disturbing. Oh wait, you're still there. Okay. So she has a health bar now, which means those dolls can throw hands again. But the manor should be passed over here. Okay. Cool beans. Why do they say cool beans? Who knows? Who knows? Hell yeah. I love that. Your hook has too much of a tail though. That's a huge swing. Power swing. Alright, let's type in boobs. There's a button missing. We need to find something. You don't need it. Oh, well, you do. Ah, crap. Oh my god, that scared me to zoom in. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, you can scale. Girl, this wall is up to your head. You can scale that so easily. Oh, okay then. Find the code to enter Hanabali Mansion. Hey, Frangen, I don't know where your thingamajiggy is. Oh. Oh, I thought I entered it. I was like, what the heck? No, I can't even enter it. Okay. I thought it was a loading screen, but no, it just caused me to just face plant into it for some reason. So I'm probably gonna cut out a huge section of this video because I just spent nearly 10 minutes just wandering around, and that was kind of frustrating because there was no indication as to where I'm supposed to go and stuff like that. So it was so easy to just wander around this huge map and not know where to go. So yeah, so over here there's actually a beggar doll, a homeless doll, and there's 100 yen that you had to take from this doll, and somewhere across the street is a gashapon machine, and then you roll for it, and there we go. You get a Lego piece, and that Lego piece will replace the 8 key from the keypad. Seriously, a Lego, yes. So that's the thing that we need to solve. Now, in case you're wondering if it's awfully convoluted, yes, it kind of is. Because how was I supposed to know I should grab that and then go to a gashapon machine, which is hidden behind the corner of a vending machine, of a kombini. So then, like, the logical jumps that I have to take to get an 8 key to continue on with this game is kind of ridiculous. Because again, there's no indication whatsoever of what I should be looking for, of where I should be looking for it, and sort of how I should be getting to those steps. If there was a proximity detection thingy, that would be fine, because then I would sort of know what I should be doing, where I should be going. Like it doesn't have to be even a quest marker, but just like proximity, like 67 meters until I reach my goal or something like that. That would have been fine, but there was none of that. So I spent so long wandering this town trying to understand what I should be doing, and turns out I had to go to steal money from a doll and then go to a gashapon machine to get a Lego piece for this. Which is it's what? Yeah, I know the code is boobs. I know. Oh, whoops. I actually put boobs. Sorry, it should be the opposite. My bad. So that's I don't. That was a frustrating part for me. I didn't understand why that needed to happen, but sure. Okay. Bathroom. Okay. What about you? Okay, that's fine. No creepy dolls here? No creepy dolls. Nice. So of course I'm gonna give a full review and full. Bro, can you even throw hands this easily? Nah, of course you can't. Only I can. Oh, okay, well, So obviously I complained about the grass clipping, but her hands are straight up clipping through her skirt. And also I do want to point out, I was wondering why there were occasionally white marks on her skirt. Those are her thighs clipping through her skirt. So there will need to be a couple of updates in terms of models environments. Obviously this is a demo, but still. You're already here? Anyway, welcome to my home. Well, what's left of it? This was my father's home and this is where we grew up. This is also where he lost his mind. The downfall of a man. Let me tell you. Oh, sure, okay. Throw all the expose at me right now. Mr. Hanabari was a man who had grown up in Dolltown. Was it called Dolltown beforehand, or was that like after he started making dolls? Born to farmer parent. Okay, so it was called Dolltown after he started turning the main business into dolls. He knew what a harsh life and tough ends of the month were like, but his talents had allowed him to turn his life into a little dream for himself and his family. His dolls were incredibly realistic. The whole country was ordering from him, and it became increasingly difficult to keep up the pace. With the money he had, he opened a small factory, employing about 10 locals. Little by little, business quickly became prosperous. So much so that he decided to expand his workshop into a factory that would employ the whole town. In his office, a simple workshop, his daughter, Mio, was drawing. "Look, Dad, a cat! My darling, how beautiful it is! Would you like to have a kitten? Oh yes, a little black kitten, so cute!" Mr. Hanabari laughed softly. There's actually a kitten in the kombini. A few days later, Mio was celebrating her 10th birthday. "Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out your candles." She closed her eyes so tightly as if trying to pour all her energy into making her wish come true. Then she blew out the candles in one breath. Mr. Hanabari handed her a small package, Mio hiding her growing disappointment, pretending to be delighted with the little box. "A necklace? Thank you, Dad." "It's not for you, come on. They're behind you." Yeah, that's not happening to an actual cat. An actual cat would just be laying there and be like, so screw you. Mio turned around and a little black kitten, so cute, was staring at her. She jumped from joy, so happy. Her wish had just been granted. She had wanted this little cat for so long. She had already planned everything for him. Her room already had little toys for him, and every morning before going to school, she served him a little bowl of milk. On the day of the funeral, Mr. Hanabari was inconsolable. No one showed up. His little Mio in such a small coffin that would be cremated before him. He had no words. He no longer knew what to do. He went back home to a house empty of meaning, empty of sound, empty of joy. He went straight to his personal workshop. He closed the door behind him and began working on what would seal the fate of Dolltown forever. A doll that would bring Mio back to life. One of those. So he's planning to capture her soul and then put it inside of the doll. My father had no time for anyone anymore. He was obsessed with the idea that Mio could come back to life. He had abandoned everything. Family, friends, employees. He was going mad. One night he left, determined to bring my sister back into our world. Oh, we're playing as him now? Hell yeah. Oh wow. Oh my god, this old man can swing too. I can't believe that sound effect again. Meow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, no, I don't do that. Alright, that's it. I'm beating up the bullies. No one gets away with that. No one. No one. No one. Honestly, if I had all that money and someone bullied my daughter, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Dude, you're gonna go swimming with the fishies. I'm sorry. Like, obviously I wouldn't take it on the children. They're probably just, it's the question of nature versus nurture. But at the same time, the parents, oh, I know, yeah, that's a different story. Where is she buried? Hey, Mia, where are you buried? See, this is exactly why I need a quest marker. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Like, everything looks the same. Okay, so those are spider lilies. Those are a beautiful plants. So those are actually, and you'll see this from things in anime all the time, and that's because spider lilies are a symbol of death, and it's great. They look really pretty. I've seen them in real life, and yeah, they look very, very pretty. You know, I think I've decided to not do that. Okay, fine, I'll head back. But yeah, usually I haven't seen them in so many like bundles. I only seen like one or two here and there. So yeah. But spider lilies are very pretty. I love flowers in general. Mia, which grave is yours? Is this your grave? Oh, right, because you were cremated, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. The tomb has already housed his wife, now his daughter. But his daughter, it was too hard. Armed with his chopsticks, he opened the urn and retrieved some small bones. He needed to place them in a small velvet pouch. Then he headed towards the exit to return to his workshop. Dad? Dad, what are you doing? Sweetheart, Dad, I'm dead. Dad. No, I'm going to... Dad. You let me down. Well, that's horrible. Get out of here. Oh, I have to leave like that? Okay. Well, that's horrible, girl. What happened? Staircase. Oh, whoops. Why am I here? This is horrible. What the hell? What the balls? Do not. Okay, well that's at some point it's kind of goofy. Mio, you'll be back soon. The workshop still smelled of hot glue and old wood. The walls were lined with shelves containing dozens of frozen, half-painted faces, like silent spectators. Wait, so what's up with the other, with Franken? He locked the door behind him. In front of his workbench, he took out the velvet bag and placed it in the center like an offering. His hands were barely shaking, not with fear but with impatience. He poured the contents onto a white cloth, tiny splatters of bleached bone, so fragile they looked as if they might dissolve with a breath. With a small silversmith's hammer, he ground them into a fine powder, which he mixed with cloudy water, collected in a jar where a lily petal was floating. Okay, so I'm going to do a wild theory right now. So because Franken was not mentioned throughout the entire sort of backstory, she's kind of just there. There's no indication whatsoever of her existence in the past. So what if Franken right now was actually a failed experiment to bring back Mio? Because also there's her name makes no sense. The absolute jump from Japanese to Dutch, German, I don't know what kind of language that is so big that she has to be something that's not necessarily human. right? Because there had to be mention of her throughout the past. Like no one came to her funeral, but of course she had to be there, but she wasn't. So I imagine that she was created after, and she is actually a doll. She's a failed experiment to recreate Mio, and the only reason why she calls her a sister is because she's technically her sister, in that she is a creation of Mr. Hanabari. Then he picked up a block of soft porcelain. Slowly and methodically, he shaped it into a hollow heart. Into this receptacle, he poured the bone powder, then closed it like an urn. A narrow box lay on side. Inside, carefully coiled a block of black hair. I cut them off on Mio's 10th birthday. He braided them into a delicate thread and sewed it into the back, sewed it into the back of the doll's neck, linking to the head to the porcelain heart. For the eyes, he ground the remaining ash into a small mortar, then mixed it with a clear varnish. 2 small round pearls absorbed the mixture, taking on a cloudy, almost wet hue. I think milky would probably be a better term for that. Just because wet, is not a hue. When he inserted them into the empty sockets, the room suddenly seemed colder. He lit a single candle. The flame flickered, casting distorted but recognizable shadows on the walls. In a low voice, he recited a poem, the one he whispered to her when she couldn't sleep. With each stanza, he blew incense smoke into the porcelain face. When he reached the last line, he stopped, cut off the tip of his little finger, and let a small red drop fall onto the doll's closed mouth. It should be into. Blood beaded, seeping into the crack of her lips. Oh no, it was on. Okay. In the thick silence of the workshop, he thought he heard something. A rustle, a murmur, or perhaps a whisper. And then, nothing. His only hopes seemed to have failed. And the candle goes out. And then suddenly... Oh, well, that's not creepy at all. Dad? The nightmare begins February 14, 2026. Okay, wishlist on Steam. I did already. So, I have a lot of thoughts on this. So obviously it's separated into episodes. This was episode 1. Continue. Well, that's not creepy at all. Episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5. So, obviously, okay, so let's get these small things out of the way first. Clipping. Model clipping is very prominent. Grass was clipping through the environments, clipping through buildings. Our character models, Yumi, her hands were clipping through her skirts, and her thighs generally are clipping through the skirt as well. Menu. This. You gotta get rid of this, or else it's just kind of obnoxious. And thirdly, visuals. It has to be enabled. Right? That has to be changeable because it's already there. English quality, of course, that can be improved upon. So obviously, when I was playing through this, I mentioned that this game does use a machine translation. Have someone proofread it. I'm available to proofread it if you want. I can proofread it. Japanese, Français, Généraliste. I think that's okay. Sure. That's still in English. Langue. Okay. Contrôle audio visuel. Oh no, I said visuel. Spanish, German, Portuguese, Italian, and English. Okay. Have a proofreader. Have a proofreader for all of this, because it definitely shows that this is using a machine translation tool for the English, right? So that is something that you should take note of. Third, this is more of a gameplay thing. why did I say third? It's like the fifth thing at this point. Fifth thing, audio mixing, right? Volume mixing. There's a heavy disbalance between sounds in this game. Sometimes things are extremely loud, and then sometimes, especially in the menu over here, things are so quiet. And then when you're playing the game, the ambience is also very quiet, and then suddenly, bang, very, very loud noise. So there has to be a certain amount of volume mixing, or else it's going to be kind of annoying to play around with the to customize it to ourselves as well. So there has to be a certain sort of balance between the two. Other thing is pretty much the last thing is the thing that I'm most annoyed by is quest markers. This is such a huge map. The fact that I had to go, again, I'm going to complain about this because I didn't like that. The fact that I had to go rob a doll, go around, and then find a gachapon machine that was hidden behind the kombini, and there was no indication whatsoever of what I should be doing. I thought that was ridiculous. Like, why? What? Why was that? Why? What? How the logic leap for that is insane, because there's no instructions whatsoever. There's no indication that that's what you had to do. Now it says, oh, the only sort of indication that we get for the quest is get into the Hanabari house manor. But the problem with that is, then that's it. That's it. There's no more instructions to that. So as a result, it's like, should I be looking for the 8s? Should I be looking for something else? There's no indication whatsoever of that. Now, if there is a sub mission that popped up that says find a replacement for the 8 key, that would help, right? Or like even further guides, right? And have like obviously if you don't want to give out too much and you don't want to hold hands, that's fine, but at least have something that's like find a replacement for it, and then have a proximity for it, like 67 meters away from the goal or something along those lines, because again, this is a big map, so there has to be some indication of that, or maybe have a hint, or have the option for a hint. I think that would be nice. Besides that, writing wise, it's pretty cliche. I mean, I don't think anyone really expected it to be like some mind-blowing sort of writing. It could have been, it could be, I'm not sure, because there are many episodes, but they revealed a lot in this episode. They pretty much revealed the entire backstory. So yeah, I'm sort of interested to see how else they're going to develop this, because one of the things I noticed is that there's a very interesting clash of tones. Obviously, on one hand, you get the very serious stuff of death, of suicide, of grief, and stuff like that. But on the other hand, you get very, very jarring humor, because the password is boobs. And then you get like the Yumi saying like, huh, what the F word was that, after beating up a doll. And it's like, what? Shouldn't she be like freaking out or something like that? So there's very, very clashing tones, which I don't know if it helps the game or if it's to the detriment of the game. Yeah, it's I don't know, because generally for something as serious as suicide and stuff like that, because they even gave a warning at the start, it's very bizarre to have that clash of tones. And it's very, because the thing is, this game is very self-aware. it's very self-aware because it's straight up one of the dolls says, oh yeah, it's like Resident Evil but without the zombies and more dolls. That's one of the dialogues that you get if you interact with a doll. So the fact that this game is so self-aware, and that the fact that you can actually throw hands with the dolls is very telling, but also at the same time it's also very bizarre to have these clashing tones in a game that tackles a serious subject. And usually these things kind of come out of nowhere. Like obviously if the characters are sitting down and there's a moment of levity and they're trying to interact and just remove the tension while they're like, oh crap, I'm scared to death, but okay, we gotta calm down, tell some jokes and stuff. I think that would be okay. But the fact that they're scattered in the game and that the fact that they're so out of blue, I think was very, very, very bizarre. I don't think that they contributed much to the moment. So it's honestly a very, very bizarre thing for me. So there was that. And so honestly, I'm not sure if this particular iteration of the game should have been a demo, because there's just so there's the two big quality of life things, which are quest markers in such a large map, and just like God, why did I lose my train of thought? And just like oh my god, I don't know what I was going for. Quality of life things, right, and also visuals. Like there's no visuals whatsoever, so there's that. So that's the thing. And there's so much clipping for models. So the demo generally is the first thing that people actually feel about a game. Of course, you get things like teasers and visuals that you get from like social media, from YouTube and stuff like that, but that's only visuals. You can edit those things. Here, this is basically your only shot to have something that the player can feel and sort of play around with and toy. So if the first exposure to the game via demo isn't good and you see all these flaws, it does work against the game. So the fact that it's missing so many quality of life features, and also the fact that it is kind of not refined to that, like even like if your character model has clipping and your environment, there's grass straight up clipping in through the buildings, I think that's already not necessarily the best sign. And if you're wondering why I'm being kind of harsh, it's because I am, but also because like I do think that this has a lot of charm to it. I think that this is really, it's unironically fun, right? The fact that you can beat up dolls, that's fun. Like this is generally something that I can tell can be very, very good. But the fact that they put it out in this state, I thought was kind of disappointing, and that's why I'm being a bit harsher for this critique. And I think those are very valid points, right? I'm not saying things just to be mean, right? The fact that things are clipping in and out, and the buildings are empty inside, like it doesn't even have to be like filled with stuff, but the fact that I walk up to a door and the glass of the door just shows me grass, there's not even a floor, I think that's very detrimental. Like at that point, why even show me what's inside the house if it's just gonna be like no floor? Just make it black, right? So I definitely enjoy the game, but there's a lot from it that I think can be desired. That didn't make sense. There's a lot that leaves to be desired. There we go, from the demo. But yeah, that was the demo to Welcome to Dolltown. if you guys enjoyed this demo or enjoyed the general vibes of the game, make sure to download the demo for yourself and give it a shot for yourself, because I'm sure it helps out, spreading the word, just giving critiques and all that stuff. And if this game did indeed pique your interest, make sure to wishlist the game, because I'm sure it helps out the devs a lot. And so yeah, that was the demo to Welcome to Dolltown. They do have an Instagram account, so be sure to check it out. That's actually where I found the game. And so yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you guys are. And yeah, take care. Bye bye. See you. And yeah.